Tomorrow's Money Tuesdays, brought to you by the sponsors of momseveryday.com. Welcome to momseveryday.com. I'm your host, Jen Lennon. Today I'm joined by Levi Heidrich. He is, of course, the co-owner of Heidrich's Colorado Tree Farm Nursery. It's all in the family there, right, Levi?
Yes, it is, definitely.
And Levi, it's so great to have you on, especially this time of year, because you have wonderful tips for us. And as spring is starting to spring in the springs, what do we need to know about grasses, trees, annuals, perennials? What can we start doing now?
Okay, well, let's start off with your lawn. That
Okay.
seems to be a hot topic this year with the drought and the water conservation.
Right.
Now's a great time to core aerate the lawn.
Okay.
Do that, especially with the moisture coming in. I wouldn't recommend fertilizing quite yet.
All right. And why is that?
Well, when you put nitrogen on, and you will with any fertilizer, you're going to force top growth. And most of our lawns, like Kentucky bluegrass, are cool season grasses, so they're growing roots right now.
All right.
Let as much root growth take place as you can, and then fertilize maybe in a couple weeks right before a rainstorm.
So if you overload it with too much of this nitrogen and you get it going on top, you're not letting it become healthy down below. Is that the idea?
Correct. When you force
Okay.
too much nitrogen, you'd like to have a fertilizer that's got less than like a 15 or 16% nitrogen. A 20-20-10 is a little bit too much nitrogen. Too much nitrogen can actually damage the soil. It can kill organisms like earthworms and microorganisms in the soil that can really make it harder for roots to grow naturally.
So this beautiful lawn we're looking at here, this is a healthy lawn because you've timed how you're working with it, right?
Yeah, this lawn was put in out in Falcon. It's got it was rototilled with 4 to 6 cubic yards of organic content per 1,000 square feet. We used an organic fertilizer made by Rich Lawn, which is a 5-2-6, 15% nitrogen, 2% phosphorus, 5% potassium, slow release with iron. It's organic, it's grown in Colorado. And that yard only needed watered twice a week after it was established.
And it
even
was
during the
that
hot summer.
green?
Yeah, it looked unbelievable.
So the point is you don't want to have the greenest lawn right now necessarily in your neighborhood.
Yeah, it's focus on having the green lawn in the summer.
Okay.
If you do things right, your grass will be more drought tolerant, it'll have a deeper root system, and it'll need watered less frequently, which will save you money and help with our water savings effort that we're having right now.
And you guys do carry that organic fertilizer you were talking
We
about,
do.
right?
It's Rich Lawn, Pro Rich by Rich Lawn. It's a Colorado grown fertilizer, and it's really a great product.
Okay. And what about then trees, shrubs? Is now the time to be planting and fertilizing?
Planting, definitely.
Okay.
As my dad always told me, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but if not, today's
We missed that. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So get out. The cooler weather is a perfect time to plant. It's
All right.
easy on the trees. As soon as they start to leaf out, they're going to start growing roots. So if we can get all that root growth in your soil, even the better. As far as fertilizing, with the moisture coming in tomorrow and Thursday, would be a great time to get out and use an organic fertilizer, a slow release, not a lot of nitrogen. You can do a deep root feeder, or you can use a granular fertilizer. You can sprinkle it in and take advantage of the free water that hopefully Mother Nature will give us the next few days.
And you guys can give advice on those fertilizers because obviously what you use on your trees and your plants isn't going to be the same as your yard.
It's different. We have several different products depending on what you're doing, what kind of soils you have, and things like that.
Okay. And then in terms of the annuals, is that something we should be planting vegetables and annuals right now, or hold off?
You know, I would hold off a couple weeks just because of the temperatures. You know, seeds are different. You can go ahead and plant seeds now, but as far as your vegetable starts and the actual annuals in the pots, I would wait another week or two till we get more consistently in the 40s. Some of those annuals just won't go into the 30s at night, and we're still seeing that pretty consistently.
And we know that you guys carry the broad range of plants and trees that are grown for this climate, right?
You bet. Yeah, definitely. That's our specialty, is things that are grown specifically for our climate and soils. Most are grown in Colorado. Even our annuals are grown in Colorado. And we call this week Shrub Week. We've got truck after truck of shrubs and perennials coming in. We're getting really geared up for the Mother's Day weekend, and we hope it's going to be a great one.
Excellent. Thanks so much for your tips, Levi. We always appreciate it.
Anytime.
And for more information about Heidrich's Colorado Tree Farm Nursery, you can go to our website, momseveryday.com. Thank you for joining me today and every day. I'm your host, Jen Lennon, for momseveryday.com. Moms Every Day, weekdays on KKTV, is brought to you by the sponsors of momseveryday.com.